Welcome to this new video. Before we begin, let me give you a bit of context for this video and the next few as well. At the end of December and the beginning of January, I had 2 weeks of holidays from the Japanese language school I'm attending. So I decided quite a while in advance that I wanted to go on a bigger journey to the north of Japan. However, I didn't fully decide where exactly I wanted to go. Even once the trip had already started, which would last about 9 days, I was still planning only a few days ahead at a time. There was, however, one thing I had seen in a video by another YouTuber that I really wanted to try it myself in a similar way, but more on that in the upcoming videos. My journey began on December 25th, 2025. I had already bought my tickets to the first destination a few weeks in advance, because I knew I would be taking the E6 Akita Shinkansen, also known as the Super Komachi. It's one of my favorite Shinkansen trains, and I really wanted to secure a good window seat, not just to enjoy the view, but also to get as much footage as possible. Even though my train wasn't leaving Ueno station until 9:14 am, I left for the station at around 6 am, since it was a weekday and I wanted to avoid the morning rush hour at all costs, especially because I was carrying a full-packed travel bag, which was quite heavy due to my laptop and other electronic devices and cables and so on. Since the trip at Ueno went very smoothly, I ended up spending about an hour in a cafe where I had breakfast and started going through my Anki reviews. After that I headed to the platform about 30 minutes before my train would be leaving. I didn't want to miss the chance to watch all the different Shinkansen arriving and departing. It's always a great experience. The ride itself was really comfortable. I had the window seat and the seat next to me stayed empty for the entire 3-hour journey. I had previously taken the E7 Shinkansen on my way back from Itoigawa, but back then I only had an aisle seat and couldn't really film anything. On top of that, most of the route was through tunnels, which wasn't the most exciting view. But this ride was completely different. The weather wasn't great at first, but once the train passed Omiya and accelerated up to 320 km per hour, it was incredible. The way it moved through the landscape so fast yet so smooth and quiet was seriously impressive. For most of the journey we were traveling at over 300 km per hour, and it was really fun to sit there, look out of the window and just relax. As the trip went on, the weather improved a bit, which allowed me to capture some pretty nice shots. The Akita Shinkansen is what's known as a mini Shinkansen. Up until Morioka, it runs coupled together with the Tohoku Shinkansen. After that, the trains are separated and the Akita Shinkansen continues on a converted conventional line at a maximum speed of up to 130 km per hour towards Akita. During the ride, I also took some time to explore the train a bit, including checking out the restroom. I think there are different types of restrooms on board. This one wasn't particularly spacious, but it did have a modern Western style toilet, along with instructions explaining how to use it properly. The first destination of my journey and the first place where I would stay overnight was Tazawako. Even though my Shinkansen ticket was valid all the way to Akita, I decided to get off earlier in Tazawako since I had slightly adjusted my travel plans a few days ago. Once I arrived, I used the time I had to quickly take some photos. Among them, of course, the Akita Shinkansen itself. I also took a picture of the station building because I think it looks really nice. Hello and welcome to Akita. So I think I have a lot to tell you now. Even though I think I've made a lot of voiceovers until now already, and probably voiceover Ventus has already told you a lot of stuff, but I finally arrived at Tazawako. Is it Tazawako? Oh no, the names again. I have problems with the names again, like in every video. I think it's Tazawako where I'm right now. My accommodation is like, I think 30 minutes or so per bus from here. But I can only check in at 3 p.m. and it is like only 12. So it's like 3 hours. So I have some time, so I thought, yeah, I wander around a bit. I put my big luggage into the coin locker. First I had to ask a nice lady at the, not combini, at the kiosk for like change, because I only had 1,000 yen bills and you can't use them for the coin locker. Where am I right now? To be honest, I don't know. I just walked here because like I had time, I wanted to walk a bit. And then in 15 minutes or so from now, we can see, or we should be able to see Akita Shinkansen heading towards Akita, passing by here, which is pretty interesting, even though I'm usually not that big of a fan of like standing around for like 30 minutes on a train track to just see a train. I more prefer to just ride the trains. Actually, the Akita Shinkansen was pretty nice until now. I had a nice window seat, the seat next to me was free, so it was the best thing. Also like the speed, like the 320 kilometers an hour, it's so nice, it feels so fast, but it's also so smooth. Like it's probably the best train experience regarding at least speed and, I don't know, comfort, but at least speed and comfort combined I've ever had. So yeah, I will probably, actually I think in the next half an hour we can see 3 Akita Shinkansen pass by here. So I might just walk around in the close to this place, because this is a really nice place to spot them probably. And also why I'm doing this right now, because I have time and because, like, I think I already told it pretty often, the Akita Shinkansen is my favorite Shinkansen, so I have to do it. Like, it's a really nice train, I really love it. I also got the Eki stamp of it on it, like at the station here, which was really nice. So I've thought a bit about my next things where I want to go, since I still have time. I will probably walk to the shrine, since it should only take half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, so it's not that bad. And the Shinkansen should also come in like now. I'm not sure if Google Maps shows the time of arrival or of departure, because the Shinkansen probably stands at that station for like 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. At least the Shinkansen I arrived with that, so yeah, it might take a few minutes. But yeah, after I saw the Shinkansen, the next one comes in 20 minutes, or like the next two comes in 20 minutes. But I will not wait for them, since yeah, I think it's enough if I see one pass by and like make a nice video out of it, hopefully a nice video. But yeah, so I haven't told you, but you can see it, it's raining, this is really bad. Luckily, okay, the crows are flying. Luckily tomorrow it should be, there it is. Oh, look at that train. Oh, look at that wonderful train. Yeah, but it's really beautiful train. So yeah, I'll probably walk like 3 kilometers to the shrine, and then afterwards go back, buy something to eat, because the bad thing is I booked basically the most cheap place to stay. The bad thing is it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so if I want to get something to eat I have to buy it now, because the 2 restaurants nearby, which are only open for like lunch, like a pizza restaurant and a yakitori restaurant. I'm not sure about the yakitori restaurant, but the pizza restaurant's only open 11:30 to 16, so I won't make it. It would be nice, it's pretty cheap for pizza, for Japanese pizza. Yeah, so I will go back the way I came from. Is the car still over there? Or is it gone? The car is gone, I think. There was a car earlier. But I will go this way because it's a bit faster. And yeah, also the shoes I took. I thought I will take my boots because there might be snow. Not here, I knew that it would. Tomorrow there might be snow here, so. Or hopefully there's snow here. Because in the night it gets really cold. And then the rain should turn to snow. but they're really uncomfortable to go with. I have now the thin socks, but with them it's like hell going with them. It does really hurt. The evening I will, or tomorrow I will try out the thick socks. It hopefully is better, but yeah. So let's go to the shrine, and I will probably split this video up into multiple parts because otherwise it would be really long, so see ya. After that I decided to walk around a bit, and I have to say, even though it was raining and it was winter, it kind of looked really nice. I found some nice places on my way. First I found a nice bridge with some kind of eagle statue. The shrine I wanted to visit was actually really nice, and it might be one of the most memorable shrines I found in Japan, because the floor was covered in a thick layer of needles. The whole flooring was kind of red. I mean, there were sometimes small puddles of water, which was kind of unfortunate, but still it was really nice there. After I visited the shrine, like I said, I bought something to eat, and then I hopped onto my bus to my accommodation. I didn't know that my accommodation would be up the mountain, but yeah, actually it was. And on the way up, it started snowing. At first only a bit, but on the way, the snow layer grew thicker and thicker, and even it started snowing kind of strong. So it was kind of a nice ride. Okay, at that point I'm really wondering where I ended up now. Carrying my heavy bag right now. I think I will look for shelter under the bridge actually at that point. No, like, I think my like voiceover Ventus has already told you some things that I took a bus and stuff like that. And now I got off basically at the station in the middle of nowhere. There's the main street over me. My shelter, I think best is just to call it shelter. I think it's already down there, you can see light. I really wasn't expecting snow today, only tomorrow, but actually better than rain, but it's kind of cold, like, I don't know if it's less than 0, but it's definitely really cold. Hello and welcome again in Akita Prefecture at Lake Tazawa? At Lake Tazawa. I think I told everything about my journey to this place here, like that I'm like in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the forest. When I came, it soon got dark outside, so I haven't had time to like explore outside a bit. And I also sadly don't know if I have time exploring tomorrow outside a bit. I might actually look it up after recording this small clip here, because I really want to look around in the close area just for 1 or 2 hours. Tomorrow I want to go to the lake at 9 in the morning, because the first bus goes at 6, or like I think the first bus goes at 6:30 and the next goes at 9, so I'll take the 9 o'clock bus to the lake and explore the lake, and then I head back, and yeah. So this is my room. It's my room tour. I mean, it's pretty big for Japanese standards. I mean, it's pretty empty, like only 2 beds, like my tech setup, a heater, windows, some other stuff. And I mean, it does definitely not look like a, I don't know, 5-star hotel, but actually the price is like 5,500 yen per night, so 30 euros per night, so it's perfect for that. It's perfect for what I need. And yeah, actually in the house is also like a onsen area, which is really nice, since I think I'm currently, I think there are 3 or 4 rooms, but I think I'm currently the only one here, so I basically have a private onsen, which is really nice to have. Besides that, yeah, I will probably go to sleep soon now. I might just do a bit of planning for like half an hour or something. And yeah, I think there's not much to say. I can show you here now the pictures of the kitchen area, because it's really nice. I think the guy like renting the stuff out here is, or I think I wrote it, that he is a calligraphy meister, like Shodo in Japanese. I think it's Shodo. It is Shodo is some type of calligraphy, but I think there might be multiple words for it or multiple different types, so I'm not sure. But oh, okay, that's loud. Wait, I'm quiet for a moment because I'm going in the hallway and I don't want to be loud there. I just want to show you the hallway because it looks kind of creepy, to be honest. I mean, you can't really see much here. The lights are all out. You can't see my reflection. I don't know. Like when I look at the house here, I mean, first of all, something I noticed, compared to the houses in Tokyo I'm aware of, this house is built massive. Like all other houses I've seen are only built out of like paper, and that's it. Okay, that's also paper. Okay, this is also paper. Okay, so the inner walls are apparently also paper, but this wall here is also paper. Okay, apparently the walls here are also made out of paper. But still, I think this house feels much more solid than the other houses I've seen until now. Mainly because, like in Akita, it's like much more cold, and because of that, the people have like thicker walls for better isolation. That could definitely be the case, but I'm not sure about that. But I don't know, like about the feeling about the house. I can't think about like what the house, like it does not feel for me like the house was built for like a hostel or hotel or whatever, or like a vacation stay. It somehow, I don't know what it could have been earlier. It somehow feels like I don't know, not really school, but it does not feel like it's built for that purpose. Like just if you look at the ceiling, like those like it's probably not a neon light, but like those light things up there, or it's blinking, and the ceiling with the whole ceiling things. Ha 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 ha. Now I think it's time for voiceover vendors to clarify a few things. Because on the last day when I left, I actually asked the owner of this building if he could tell me what the building originally was used for. And yeah, so he told me that the building was originally part of a university and was used as a place to stay for the students on school trips. And that actually was really interesting, because later that night I even considered that it might be some kind of old school building. So yeah, I was kind of right at that point. So yeah, now I know it. Originally I wanted to put day 1 and day 2 of my journey into one video, but since this video is already like 20 minutes long and I have a lot of footage left, it's probably better to split it up. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked it, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub and whatever. And yeah, also if you look at the next video of this series, because there will be a lot of videos following. I still don't know how many, so yeah. See ya, until then, bye bye.